My name is Hugo Pacheco. I work in Papersoft DMS solutions. I'm the head of pre-sales and solution team. So my team does is they gather requirements and pains from clients and then convert it in solutions for clients. Yeah, so we started in 1999 on document management with the document management approach, like having deep storage of documents and do back scanning of documents. So we started with these processes, scanning documents, extracting content from the documents, and so that would be easy for people to find the documents. This was why the company started. As long as we started to grow, we started to integrate information that we actually took from the documents and put in other systems. So we get out of the back office stage and started on the point of entry. So scanning started to be at the point of the processing. We extract data, we deliver data into the processing systems. But we also have the retention it's the base of all established document management system, where you need to keep the documents for X amount of period of time. Nowadays, we have also changed a little in the last 3 years, and now we have developed a mobile app where the agents and remote workers have the processes on their ends. So the enterprise critical processes are actually on their pocket, and they can kick off these processes as soon as they need and interact directly with the customers. Okay, so I think our major goal is to make capture of information easier. So as you may be aware, 90% of the information was actually created in the last few years. So this information that exists now is actually document-based information. So information is trapped in files, it's trapped in emails, it's trapped in social media feeds. So there's the need of facilitating this and capture this information. So this is what we do. So we are a layer of software that is not very disruptive of the existing systems, but allows to capture all the data feeds that exist on a business and put it on the right place. So we deliver for ERPs and CRMs, and you don't need to be focused on what system will impact. We will do the connectors to build with this infrastructure. Okay, so it actually depends on the maturity that they are. So we help clients build a digital journey on their processes. So critical processes, typically what happens is that processes kick off by some connection with clients or employees, and they end up when they do the registration of the process. So we close this gap. What we do is we come to them, understand the business case, and deliver a digital journey. So sometimes they are okay to quick jump into something like mobile capture, but sometimes they just need to organize their piles of paper that they have. So what we do, we build for them this journey, and step by step we'll help them making the KPIs that they want to tackle better. Either it is related to cost or time response to clients, or it will be related to have more resources available to do other tasks. So we do faster input of information. We do, because we decentralize the processing, and it can be done via a website or via a mobile app. You have the chance to actually rethink your business model and the way you capture content. So you don't need to wait for somebody to go into your shop to do a transaction. You can either have sales agents that go to the door-to-door, or you can have the client just downloading the app and finishing the process for himself. So this is a big benefit in terms of time and cut processing times. This is a big benefit. But also it allows you to rethink your business model and how the way that you are doing things. Because once you start doing this, you won't want to go back on the way you do it. There's another big benefit, and this is because we come from a document management approach, is that the content that you store, you need to classify it properly, because it could have client data that you need to manage separately from the enterprise data that you capture in a process. So you can end up with a contract, and that contract you can capture IDs from clients. In this way, due to regulatory compliance issues or due your information governance matrix from your company, you might apply different retentions that you need. we started in the beginning of this year with a process of SIM card registration. This was for customer onboarding. So we registered clients on a compliance way, and we help workers, remote workers, to deliver this compliant way of sell immediately, directly with the client, without waiting for a paper to get into the back office. So the advantage of having this is that you actually can, the client leaves the sales operator or the shop, and it can immediately compliantly be charged to the services that it just requested. So the good thing is that the compliance that it's built, it helps you if you want to grow and upsell into other kind of solution, other kind of products. So giving you the example of the mobile money. So actually the compliance that you need for the SIM card registration, if it's done at the first time, you can leverage the client to mobile money services. So either the standard package or other. So with this tool, you are able to do compliance only once, and you do the due diligence for the client, but you can upsell them on all your chain of value that you have on the company. So that's a big benefit. Okay, so we have two separate ways that we look at this thing. So the first is on when you are capturing the content. So capturing the content, our mobile app allows you to encrypt the data on the device itself, and it has a direct link to where the documents will go, to an on-premise situation where the documents will land. So they are encrypted, and the channel is also encrypted for all this journey. Another thing that happens, and I can give you an example of telcos that we work in Mozambique. All the telcos decided to jointly have this into their agents system, because this not only allows them to leverage the salespeople that they have, they can cross-sell all of the types of brands, but they will also leverage more products to these guys, so it will be easier to train them to sell another product from the company. So this was of course a challenge for us. So we had to make sure that a guy that is selling multi-brand, and they are competitors, didn't end up with personal data information. And it is very important. So we encrypt based on the processes that we configured. So we can have multi-vendor approach inside the mobile capture application. So one could be Vodacom and another could be Amcel, and they have completely separated pipelines and different encryption methods of doing so. This is the first part, the capture. So then we have the storage, and this is also very important because we come from document management approach. So we classify information that we capture as personal data or enterprise data, as I mentioned to you. So we are certified on the ISO 27000 related to security of information, and we also certified on OTAN certification for private and secret data, for other different kind of things not related to telcos. But this helps us because our solutions were designed based on what is the kind of type of content that you are capturing, so that then we apply the right retention schedules to it. So as I mentioned to you, we start later on January with this process. We already have 7,000 users using the application, and roughly on the two countries that we are in, Mozambique and Republic Democratic of Congo, we have around 600,000 contracts being done per month. So this is a big number, and we want to grow because the application is stable enough to onboard more things like this. As I mentioned to you, we are now rolling out to more processes, so this number will only go up. Our aim in East Africa is to roll out this to other countries. So it's important here in Kenya, in Uganda, and Tanzania now to approach these markets because they actually feel the same pains. So some of the countries are in the beginning of the journey. They still have piles of paper. They have no idea what they have there. But there are other networks that are already ready to go because do compliance policies or do necessary steps to improve their KPIs for sales, for example. And this is a way to go. So this is a good approach for us now to leverage and roll out to other countries because it's the same kind of pains and for them to grow their economic indicators.